What is the purpose of Isolani? Have you ever wondered about the role of an isolated pawn in chess? Specifically, let's talk about the Isolani, which is an isolated pawn, often found on the d-file. This pawn stands alone, without support from adjacent pawns. This unique setup can lead to various strategic opportunities and challenges during a game. When a pawn is isolated, it cannot be protected by other pawns. This means that pieces like knights, bishops, or the queen must step in to defend it. This situation often arises during openings when players exchange pawns or advance them, leaving one isolated. So, what can an Isolani do for you? First, it can provide more space in the center of the board. The player with the Isolani can use this space to maneuver their pieces more freely. This increased mobility can lead to better chances for an attack. Another advantage of having an Isolani is that it can tie up your opponent's pieces. They may need to commit their pieces to defend against threats to the isolated pawn. Meanwhile, you can use the central space to activate your own pieces more effectively. However, an Isolani can also be a weakness. Your opponent may target this pawn, creating additional weaknesses in their position. By focusing on the Isolani, they might overextend their pieces in an attempt to defend against it. Now, let's consider the practical applications of this concept. In the context of strategic pawn sacrifices, the Isolani can become a focal point for creating imbalances. Sacrificing a pawn to create weaknesses around the Isolani can lead to long-term strategic advantages. This might include controlling key squares or creating passed pawns that can become powerful in the endgame. Players often have to decide whether to exploit the weaknesses associated with an Isolani or use its presence to create attacking opportunities. The choice depends on the overall strategic plan and individual playing style. Some players enjoy the dynamic possibilities that an Isolani offers, while others prefer to play against it, targeting the weaknesses it creates. In summary, the purpose of an Isolani can vary based on the game's context. It can provide space and piece activity while also serving as a potential weakness. Understanding how to use or counter an Isolani can significantly impact the outcome of a chess game.